Hey guys, Robert Blackman with Felice Cafe. I want to go over real quickly our generational bonus and to try to give some insight to what a generational bonus is, what it does, how you get paid on it, and also to kind of help you say that when you're going to talk to people and say, well, it's a 3-level, compressed unilevel at 55%. Because we pay out so much in the first 3 levels, some people are going to think, well, it's just a 3-level pay plan. Well, it's not. It's much more powerful than that. So yes, it's a pay plan. The 3-tier compressed unilevel is a pay plan for the part-time person, but the generational bonus is for the full-time person. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. So here's our structure first before I erase this. Is what we call a 4-tier or 4 different generations that we pay on. Generation 1, you're going to get paid 3% starting on level 4 and beyond. Get paid 3% down to the next person that's at your same pin level and they block you. That could be 5 levels, 1 level, it could be 100 levels. Okay, so you get paid 3% on all the customer volume of the CV in your first generation. Second generation, you get paid 5%. And what do I mean by second generation? Is that, let's say that you're a connector 4 and you get paid down to level 5 because you have a connector 4 on level 5. Well, then let's say you're a connector 4 right now, and then you switch to where you upgrade and you're able to build up a group where you're now a connector 5. So you're now going to be building a 5% commission all the way down to what? Until you run into another connector 5. The generation's not based on levels. It's actually based on volume through a generation. So it's almost like, if you know what binary programs are, it's almost kind of like a binary in a way that it's just based on volume. Based on volume until you get down to somebody below you that it's at your pin level or above. And then it stops. That generation bonus stops right there until you upgrade to the next one or you're able to get to the next connector level. And then you get paid 2%. So there's a possibility you can get paid 3% and then you get down and someone is then at the same level. So you upgrade and you get beyond them and you get paid 5% and then 2% and 2%. So it's what we call a 4-tier or 4-generation generational bonus. So it pays through 4 generations of people, and it's going to be very rare that you're going to be blocked on our 2% on the 4th generation. So I'm going to show you a little bit and give you a couple of scenarios for you to think about. And the beautiful thing about the generational bonus is it pays more than just, so I showed someone the other day and they go, so I get paid on level 4, 3%, and on level 5, 5%, level 6, 2%, and level 7, 2%. And I said, no, it's not a 7-level plan. It's a 3-level fixed bonus, compressed unilevel in the first 3 levels. Then starting on level 4, if you qualify, and you can read the qualifications below here or pull out our compensation plan and look what the qualifications are to get your first generation. Then that kicks in on level 4 and beyond if you're qualified. So this is where the full-time person can look at it and go, wow, I'm going to be making up to 12% in my 4 different generations through the Felice Cafe compensation plan and generational bonus. So, all right, let's erase this. I'm going to just give you a couple of quick examples that will kind of maybe help you wrap your mind around it. And again, for most people that I talk to, I don't even get into the generational bonus. I don't show this to them. I show them the 4 who get 4 and say we've got upfront money. Not only do we have a 3-tier fast start for the first month, starting with the second month, we're going to help you build 4 who get 4. That's $660 a month. Is that okay with you? Would you like to do that? Great. You're not limited to the number of groups of 20 or 20 clubs that you can build. So get 4 who get 4, then go back up line 4 and 4. So if you want to make $6,600 a month, go build 10 of these. Okay. So I focus on that. And then I tell them, and then as you start building your group, you start getting $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. This generational bonus is going to really kick in for you and you're going to love it. And then if they want to know about the generational bonus, I'll do what I'm doing for you right now. So here you are right here. And this is level 1, this is level 2, this is level 3. You're getting paid starting with the second month of their purchases in our unilevel. You're getting paid 5% right there. You're getting paid 40% on level 2, and you're getting paid 10% on level 3. So let's say that you're now qualified on level 4 and beyond. You're now qualified for 3% in the generational bonus. And this is connector 1, connector 2, connector 3. And let's say you're a connector 4. You're qualified. Again, look at the comp plan for the qualifications on that. You're now going to get paid on level 4 3% in a generational bonus all the way down until you get into another connector 4, until you meet one. Hey, guess what? If you're a leader, you may not have anybody, and this may go down, let's say 25 levels, and you're getting, so you don't have to spell either to make money, 25 levels before you run into somebody that's a connector 4, or you just may have a group that's 25 deep and there's no connector 4s in there. They're all connectors 1, 2, and 3. Well, guess what? You're going to earn 3% on all 25 of these levels. I'm going to say that again. You can earn 3% in that scenario down all 25 levels. That's the great thing. That's why it's called a generational bonus. And a connector 4, starting on level 4, if you're a connector 4, a generation doesn't matter the number of levels, it's you go all the way down, straight down that leg, or all the legs that go below level 4, and you go all the way down till you hit somebody else that's a connector 4. Okay? That's the beauty of that. Isn't that exciting? I mean, 25 levels or 50 levels, 100 levels, it could be any of those. Okay, so let's do another scenario here. I'm going to show all 4 of these. So let's start out that this is level 4, okay, assuming that we got 1, 2, and 3 up here. So now we got level 4. You're getting paid a 3% generational bonus. And let's say that you go all the way down to level 8. And somebody also is a connector 4. So now you're going to be stopped. So you're going to be paid 3% from level 4 to level 8, and whatever that CV is. And again, this volume below the 3rd level, it'll compress each month. So, and what compression means is that if there's somebody on level 7 that didn't purchase, level 8 moves up to level 7. So this helps you as your group grows deep, that maybe you're 100 levels deep, but there's only 50 people that are active there. It all compresses up. So 3% gets paid down to level 8, and you're a connector 4, okay? And then here's a connector 4. So you get paid 3% down to the first generation or the first connector 4 you run into. They're on level 8. So what do you got to do now? Well, you need to go, and we're going to help you do what? Become a connector 5. Why is that? Because then if you're connector 5, on level 9, you're going to start earning 5%. All the way down until when? You run into what? A connector 5. Well, let's say that another connector 5 doesn't show up to a level 30. So you're getting paid 5% from level 9 down to level 30 until you come into somebody else that's at your pin level or above. Your pin level or above is when you will stop being paid that generational bonus on these levels. So as you can start seeing, as we start going through this, we now have connector 4 pays 3%, connector 5 pays 5%, connector 6 pays 2%, and connector 7 pays 2%. So you see, the race for you as a full-time leader is to do what? I want to see how fast I can get to connector 7, so I'm earning 2% down all these levels. Now let me show you what we call the worst case scenario, okay? Because we always like to, okay, Robert, this sounds really good. It's too good to be true. Come on, I know there's got to be a catch, right? There's some kind of catch. Well, I'm going to show you what the worst case scenario is with a generational bonus. Okay, you got a level 1, 2, 3. Let me go up a little bit higher. We're going to need 7 levels here, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're a leader, you already know what I'm doing and where I'm going with this, okay? So, here's our 3 level. This is 55% over here. This is 5%, 40, and 10%, right? So if you're at 100 CV and you meet the other requirements over here, volume requirements, 100 CV, you're going to be earning commissions on level 1, 2, and 3. If you're a connector 4 and there's another connector 4 right here, you're going to get paid 3% on that level. If you're a connector 5 and there's another connector 5 right there, you're going to earn 5%. If you're a connector 6 and you happen to have a connector 6 on level 6, you're going to earn 2%. And if you're a connector 7, and in this particular leg, not every leg, but this one leg, and I'm talking about a one-leg scenario here, worst case scenario for you, okay? So here we are on one single leg, which is going to be very, very rare, but I'm sure it'll happen for us as we grow. You're qualified at 100 CV and customer volume. You've met the volume requirements to do that, also in addition to the 100 CV. And again, this CV can be personal consumption, samples that you've purchased, the cafe cards to pass out, or it can be all customers. If you put in 4 customers at 25 CV, guess what? And you're not personally purchasing anything, you've now qualified for commissions that month. Or it could be a combination, $50 with customers, you put in 2 people at 25, and you've purchased $50 in CV on your own. So this 100 CV can be a combination of your purchases and your customer purchases, all of your personal consumption or stuff that you're going to be buying to retail, or all customers. So there's basically 3 ways to qualify for this. Everything by you, everything from customers, or a combination of you and customers. I want to make sure you understand that because that's very, very powerful. Then we're talking about a single leg, and we're assuming today, I'm using this scenario, hey, I'm a connector 7, Robert. How does this work if I've also got a connector 5, 6, and 7 on these levels? You're going to get paid guaranteed 3% on level 4 because you're a connector 7, but you got a connector 4 there. Level 5, you're going to get paid 5%, level 6, 6%, level 7, 7%. So you would be in a 7-level program at that point in that particular leg with compression. So you get as maximum amount as you can off the generational bonus. But again, that's off one leg. And let's say you have another leg over here where there's 0 people at 4 to 7, but it goes down, let's say it goes down 60 levels. You're going to be earning 3% on all 60 of those levels until what? Until you hit a cafe connector 4, right? So that's how the generational bonus works. If it's confusing, don't worry about it. Focus on the 3 tiers. Focus on these 3 right here. And when you start getting that and you start looking, you look at your check that came in from Hyperwallet or your transfer or on your debit card, and you got paid $300 on your generational bonus, call your sponsor and say, hey, I got $300. How did I get paid on that? How'd that work? And I will tell you, the majority of leaders, myself included, when we were making $50,000 and $70,000 a month, and I looked at my group, I couldn't tell you how I got paid below the 3rd or 4th level. I didn't know, and I didn't really care. I cared, but I didn't care to learn because I knew it was safe. I knew I was getting paid 4 generations down. So don't worry about the generational bonus. Just know it's there for the full-time person. Know that it's very fair. And your goal is to get to connector 7. When? As fast as you can. That's your goal for long-term secure income in each one of your legs. And again, this generation of 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the generational bonus, that's all tied in to each individual leg. So each leg, we run the same requirement on each leg, running down to find a connector 4. The computer tries to find a connector 4. And then it tries to find a connector 5, a connector 6, connector 7. And that's what the computer program does for you and I. So anyway, that's the power of the generational bonus. And I know that it's something that once you start tapping into it, you're going to go, I like this. And you're going to continue to go up here and go wide and put more people in because you know the power that the generational bonus has for you full-time and long-term. All right, that's generational bonus. Next, we're going to go over the leadership pool and show you how to qualify for it. Thanks a lot and have a great day.